Hey guys, we're starting up front because I had someone ask me, what does the front of your house look like? And this is what it looks like. It's very simple, very edited. It's a small house on a gorgeous street. And just talking about the street, we have a new videographer today working with me, and it's my sister, Lisa. And Lisa, why are you here?
I just retired and bought the little house across the street.
All within less than 24 hours?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I haven't been home a week.
No. She came in on a Monday. Tuesday, I let her know that that house was for sale. She contacted them at 6 o'clock on Tuesday. Wednesday at 1:28, we're having lunch. She gets a call that the seller accepted her price. Now it's just a matter of, 30 days and inspections, but across the street. And guess what? Probably she'll let me help her landscape the front of her house when it's hers. We're going to keep it a surprise. We're not going to show you where it is. All I know is it's close by, and we'll be able to show you as that progresses. So that's the front of the house. It's very simple, but what I like about that is it makes the garden such a surprise when I tell people, you want to come see the back garden. It's a small little garden, but it shows up so nice when we get back here because there's nothing that goes on back here. We covered up this is our air conditioning unit. I'm trying to get it's called Snowstorm Clematis. It's white and it should take over this whole fence to give my neighbors a prettier view. But as you come back here, you can get this wonderful little view of the gardens. It's like a surprise garden. You can see between the dwarf Alberta and the arborvitae there. You can see tops of the daylilies. And this is the 2nd of July. And when we got up this morning, Lisa and I, we said, wow, with those rain, thunderstorms, and lightning, a lot happens that we learned about how the nitrogen is released with lightning and it's able to combine with oxygen, and the nitrates then can fertilize all of our plants. There's a lot of chemistry involved. But I got caught in that lightning storm yesterday, but I was having so much fun getting all wet. But we're here to talk about the plants, and they look so pretty. And this is a daylily that hasn't been in bloom, and this is called, oh my gosh, I was just telling Lisa the name of it, Bright Sunset. Gorgeous. There's so many I'm going to show you today. Our echinaceas are coming out. I have one in bloom that Judy Bean, who was the hybridizer, who was the farm that I went to, she named this one Karen Sue. I'm going to pick a bud, Lisa, and bring it closer to you. This is Karen Sue, named for her sister who died of cancer. And she had a couple more that I hoped to have purchased that she hybridized herself, and I didn't get to do that. I didn't get back to her farm, even though I'd been there for many years. One that hasn't opened up is Spiny Sea Urchin. We'll have to take a picture another time. It's just starting to unfold. I love the ruffled edges. Oh my gosh, it's one of my favorites, Spiny Sea Urchin. Over here we have Etched Eyes. Look at this. The center is so beautiful. It's so bright and cheery. And then behind it we have Dad's Best Purple, which we may have shown you in the last one. We'll probably be able to get a close. Let me just go ahead and pick this bud. Come on, look at all the little buds on this. Dad's Best Purple. It has a deep purple. This one, the sun can bleach out. Those chartreuse centers, I love. I'm going to stick these in one of my pots of water, and we'll go on down into the garden. In fact, look, the rain barrel has been filled up. I'm going to stick them right here. Oh, I know a prettier place to put these. Come on down to the garden, Lisa. I'll show you what we'll do with these. But this is a great view. Again,
you're going to put them in the pond.
Yes. How did you guess?
I'm smart.
I know.
Not just pretty and funny.
But I like I've said, because our perspectives from the deck up there, I like to buy tall, bright things so that we can see them. And boy, they're showing up today. We had a cloud cover, which I think is always better to film stuff, but it's summertime. Right here these are called Jackson's Mill Yellow, and Lisa understands this because there's a 4-H camp And these have come from that 4-H camp from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend. And it's just lines this whole step. I like to see one color taking over this whole step. It just makes everything so bright and cheery. Jackson's Mill Yellow, I love it. But I'm going to float these in the pond for now. So the more I pick today, the more I'll float in there.
Oh,
it's a little muddy because we had quite a rainstorm. But as you come down into this garden, you can see so many beautiful daylilies. This wasn't in bloom the last time. We'll show that to you. I haven't had a chance to deadhead all of these. But this is, let me show you. This is called Caught Red-Handed. It's sweet, petite, again, little ruffled edge, gorgeous deep yellow center. Caught Red-Handed. We've seen avant-garde and etched dyes, but wow, etched dyes is really showing up. I love how the purple yarrow, look how that purple picks up with the beautiful purple yarrow. We have Tom Wise over here. He may have been out in the last one. Tall, gorgeous, a big producer too. You can divide Tom Wise over and over and over again. Love Tom Wise. We've looked at avant-garde. Over here behind you, Lisa, this is Tuscarora Tigris. Gorgeous, gorgeous bloom. Let me pick him. I love how his edges roll back. There's so many colors of orange, and yet they're all different because we have double orange in the back and we have a closer one up front we can see. That's a very old-fashioned daylily with, it has red variegations. Beautiful. Love, love, love it. We have, oh, wait, Jamaica Me Crazy. I don't think I have, Lisa, I'm going to have to pick the bloom that's out here. There's several buds yet to bloom because look at Jamaica Me Crazy.
I can come in there.
Can you? Oh, I've already picked him, but I'm bringing him to you. I bought Jamaica Me Crazy because I love the name, but look at this beautiful purple, yellow, ruffled edges. They're all so different and so pretty. And it looks so nice against this clematis, which is, it has a lot of new blooms coming on it and the lithorum behind it. The colors are beautiful. This is just my larkspur. And, oh yeah, this is, why don't I have Indian Giver? Let me bring you Indian Giver. Another good producer. Purples, I love the purples.
Yeah.
Purples, yellows, a great one you can have in divides. We have, I'm going on and on and on. I think I showed you Seminole Wind before. This is, I don't know what color you'd call that. What would you call it, Lisa?
Almost a peach.
A peachy color.
Peach.
And the throat is really chartreusey. Back here, I don't know if you can come all the way back here, Lisa. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But this is new series, which I think is just amazing. Yeah. Look at all the colors.
Beautiful.
I know, beautiful. Oh, another one that hasn't been in bloom, the first one of the season, Rouge Blush. Now, that is nice, isn't it?
Wow.
I don't know how many shades of maybe a rouge. Is that why they call it ruffled edge? Mm-hmm. And we have right in front of you, Lise, this is Butter Rum, Better Rum. I don't know why I got that name, but it's awfully nice. But one of my favorites is, yep, Lisa's going to scoot over in there. She can't hurt a thing.
I'll let you do it.
You're going to let me do it? I'll get in here and I'm going to pick one. This is Primal Scream. It just, I mean, against the purple trees, the black fence, I love it. We've seen Spidey Man in several videos. Just another great producer. He was all out yesterday. Lisa was mentioning to me this morning what she liked. All these get to go in there. How, oh my gosh, heaven all day. Look at the, wait.
We've got a little bug in there.
Yeah, it looks like a grasshopper, but I don't think it is. How pretty he looks in there. And then behind him is um, Strutter's ball. Can you get him? Deeper purple than Dad's best purple. He is just, he doesn't fade out. Strutter's ball doesn't. And against this lovely larkspur. Love it. And you can see those beautiful hydrangeas, all the bees hanging on them. I know. Oops, bumped into you. Let's see what we have here. Oh, this is a good pickup, Lisa, on the double orange. It is so nice that you can see the red. It looks more red than orange. These are so prolific. I love them, particularly in this corner, because you can see how it picks up the red on the bee balm back there, or Monarda, which I think is just beautiful against the river, and it smells so good. The Veronica is a white snowstorm right here, looking lovely with the hydrangea. I think I called it a white geranium earlier, did I? But a white hydrangea. And then we've had so much wind, you can see that the willow tree has had a lot of leaf drop, which happens in the summer. If there's heat stress, usually the first few leaves of spring always drop off. But with a storm like we've had in wind, you can see the leaf drop. But the newest planted shade plants I've planted have really grown. My Virginia has really developed new leaves, and these new hostas, loving them. Haven't had to water them once. We've had so much rain when I planted those, Lisa. And you can see way back in here, the pot's almost showing. It's just these ferns are so tall, and I don't want to cut them back. But I love my pot. It just looks so nice in here. I think, Lisa, are you liking that river deck?
Just a little.
I know.
I love
and
it.
Lisa's house has a river deck and a river view. On our street, we are a little peninsula, and this beautiful West Fork River, it completely surrounds both sides of the street. So her view is beautiful, just like this view. A whole different perspective, but we've been sitting out there this morning with coffee, making our plans. I never get tired. I was sitting down here this morning. There was a deer across the river, great blue heron. Then we saw a woman throw her dog in the river. We don't know what that was all about. He didn't drown. We were standing up. We were ready to save him. We think maybe he must have had mud on his feet. But anyhow, we got that all cleaned up. The hostas are looking great. Because I have a cottage style garden, as you can see, which means it is full of color. It doesn't have a real formal border. I love things to look crowded. I like things that are wispy. I like the blooms on my hostas to bloom. I considered cutting them off, but I don't want to, because I think with the larkspur now, it picks up on that nice, airy, willowy look, which I'm hoping those larkspur will seed themselves more than what they did last year. The shade garden's looking great. It looks lush. I'm just loving the heucheras in this bed, have really made the color pop. My one clematis back here, I had to cut it back last year, and it's come back. That is Jackmanii back there, and one bloom. But by the end of season, one thing I like about Jackmanii, he will continue to bloom throughout the season. This pot looking awesome. My new clematises are looking really nice for their first year. This is little Princess Kate. And Lisa, the reason I bought Princess Kate is not necessarily for that part of the bloom, but when you come on this side of the border, it's how she starts to bloom. It's the look of her petal before it pops out. It has this wonderful deep purple. It's going to be hard for you. Can you stretch that far and get a look at that bottom edge of that? You probably can't even see, but we're going to take it up. I love how you can see the bottom edge of the bloom is that really deep purpley red, and then she opens up and has a sweet little white blossom. And, you know, in 2 or 3 years, this will be 2 or 3 times what it is, the size anyway. But we have over here, oh, we already showed you Indian Giver. Oh, uh, this is Strawberry Candy. I think we may have shown it in one other, but such a sweet, big producer. Look at all the buds. 1, 2, 3, 10 buds per scape. I mean, that's what you look for when you go to buy a daylily. A lot of scapes and a lot of buds on the scapes. But if you fall in love, like with something like Heaven All Day, you got to buy it anyway. We also have one that was the first daylily farm I went to. She was a hybridizer, and this is called Matt. And this is one of her hybrids. She also had like West Virginia summer and West Virginia fall, which I never purchased those before she went out of business. I would like to see what they look like. If anybody out there purchased those hybrids from her, she was over in past French Creek, Helvetia, Pickens. She had a nice farm up in there. As you turned by the game farm, you went down that road a little piece and went up on the hill. But she had a farm full of daylilies, and I purchased some of those from her. But anyhow, it's mainly my daylilies are showstoppers right now. The garden is showing some growth, but that's for another day. I'm going to put these in the pond, let them live today, because daylilies, they live for one day and then they get to bloom again. So when you're picking out your daylilies, remember the scapes and the number of buds of scapes. That's important. That way you can see them for several weeks at a time. So it's been a great walkabout today. Well, that's for another day. We could go on and on, Lisa. Lisa, thanks so much for doing this today.
Oh, my pleasure, Teresa.
I know. We've got to get her on screen one of these days.
When I'm not sweating profusely.
When we're not sweating profusely, because she's from Utah. Our humidity today is 100%. And in Utah, what would it be today?
Oh, 10%.
10%. Yeah. So she's learning to adjust and adapt. So thanks for watching Gardening on the West Fork, Zone 6. And we'll see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Bye.